I'm on the phone on a hearing before Judge Pinky Carr. Now she's been on this Zoom. I've been on here since 8 something this morning, about 8:15 this morning, give or take a few minutes. Waiting. I'm the victim in the case. She's been on here kicking it, laughing it with the men. Ha ha ha, dee ha dee ha dee ha. Then when she starts seeing the females are coming up, she looks down on her screen. She says to one female, she need to take that do-rag off of her head, put her in the waiting room. Then she goes to another one. Then she gets to me and she sees me with my hat on. She doesn't know where I am, if I'm somewhere trying to be safe, if I'm somewhere else conducting business. I'm not in the Justice Center. And says, Pinckney Butts, she need to get rid of that hat. I know we're on camera, but she need to act like she's in the courtroom. I wear my hats everywhere I go, and everybody who knows me knows that about me. And the appropriate thing, first of all, I'm not Pinckney Butts. I'm Reverend Pinckney Butts, just like she's Judge Pinky Carr, who became Judge Pinky Carr after I was a probation officer down there. So I know from whence you have come, could be because you were a prosecutor at one time or another. Secondly, I'm not in competition against you, Pinky Carr, because you're not even on my level on what I do. Thirdly, I wear my hats as a head covering for everything that I do, and there's very few times that people see me without my head covered. And I wear my hats, not that I owe you an explanation, and I coordinate them with my outfits. Thirdly, I'm not trying to be a movie star. I wear hats on camera and off of camera. Fourth and finally, you're supposed to be a judge, not in competition with the females that come before you, especially we who are victims in your case. Cases. As a matter of fact, I did hear you tell one of the people who you said who loves to stay in trouble to speak that he needs to be on speed dial with you. Oh, you're going to help men but not other women? And then the advocate says, well, maybe she's having a bad day. If you're my justice advocate, how are you justifying a judge mistreating me? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is what happens when you report abuse. And this is what happens when people have to go before people who have their own self-esteem issues. I remember praying for you, Judge Pinky Carr, for you to have much success, only for you to try to dog me because you're on the bench. I was the one that prayed. Remember that. I wear my hats everywhere I go. My head is usually always covered unless there's a reason that I don't have them covered. And the appropriate thing to do as a professional, when you meet someone in the courtroom or outside the courtroom and you don't understand something, the professional thing to do is ask a question or say, will you please not wear hats in this courtroom? I'd appreciate it. I'm not even in your building and you don't know where I am because I'm somewhere trying to be safe because you need to be flattered by the men. Oh, that's right. It's competition. And I'm so tired of these females doing this mess to me, I don't know what to do. I'm not competing against you for anything. I'm fighting for my life. All of my rights are reserved for this video. And just so you all know, this is the incident from when Thomas Prim, which you all saw on the video, had beat me up and dragged me through his house and thrown me out in the street and my belongings. And Cleveland Municipal Court, Pinky Carr, saw me with a hat on, looked down on the screen, called me Pinkney Butts, not Reverend Pinkney Butts, to insult me and to try to degrade me, and insulted me about my hat, which wasn't bothering her at all. What does that have to do with my being a victim of a crime?